Hey collective, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. All right, y'all, we're gonna tap into the next 48. Let's see where your person's energy is towards you. Don't forget, it is a general reading, so if it does not resonate, don't force the shoe to fit. There'll be more readings to come. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all so much for joining the team. All right, y'all, let's get straight into it. Next 48 for the collective. Their person's feelings. Okay, unconditional. I like this, being the first card. Innocence, support, and whole heart. And then secret admirer, suppression, resistance, and shyness at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, so I feel like this is how you're showing up, collective. I feel like this is how your person sees you. Like they feel like you portray or you show up with unconditional love. And something about this makes your person nervous, or they resist, or maybe they have been resisting like how they truly feel. They haven't expressed that to you. Something about this makes it feel like there's a bit of fear here. Only because it feels so pure, so innocent. And I don't know if your person has I guess cycles, patterns, exactly, time, cycles, weight, infinity. I don't know if this is past energy or if this is something that you have experienced with your person, but it just feels like there's been a bit of ups and downs, right? Ups and downs, and to the point where maybe you consider letting this connection go or letting this person go because you've reached a certain limit. I'm also seeing the Temperance card in my third eye, Sagittarian energy. Also the Magician. Yeah, I'm also seeing the Magician, which is Gemini Virgo energy as well. So something about communication or miscommunication, maybe? Is that what I'm getting? Like someone not speaking up how they truly feel, or there's a bit of misunderstanding. So let's see what else. Next 48. Next 48, yeah. And I feel like in the next 48 it's going to clear up, or something is finally being exposed, talked about, communicated, expressed, because of pressure cooker here. Someone's ready to look misunderstood. Exactly. It's like someone's ready to get on the same page, right? Get on the same I was gonna say same journey, but I don't know how. I guess someone is trying to work together, or want y'all to work together, because this is receptive, open heart, softness, and vulnerability. Someone's willing to be more vulnerable or open up about their emotions. I think that's what was missing here, is someone opening up, softening up. I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles in my third eye. I'm channeling a lot. It's like someone has been resisting or holding back, but they can't anymore. They can't anymore because either something needs to, look, there's that infinity sign again. So definitely the Magician. It's like someone's wanting to manifest something with you, but there's a need to get rid of the baggage or the old, or there's a need to get rid of the old shit and then also build up a more solid foundation, because I feel like someone was holding on to a lot of memories or a lot of past pain or hurt, deception, or I don't know, there's something there that was holding your person back, or I just heard captive. So in order for something to move forward, in order for this connection, I was going to say for them to open up again, okay, in order for this connection to move forward, they needed to open up. They needed to communicate. It is not that they weren't open to it. I just heard it's someone's trying to defend themselves. Someone could be a Libra. I don't know why I'm getting that, because I'm hearing like it almost feels like a lawyer trying to defend something. I don't know why I'm envisioning that. Somebody could be a Libra, or someone's trying to bring fairness to the connection or the situation, where it's like, no, it wasn't that I wasn't open, it's just that I wasn't speaking up. Someone's trying to clear something up. It's like It's not that I wasn't open hearted or I didn't want to be vulnerable. It's more so that I wasn't communicating these things, and I feel like there was a bit of misunderstanding here for sure. And I think it's because it could have stemmed from fear, also past experiences, right? Which I think created that fear. But I feel like now there's this hope, or look, manifesting. There's something about the magician. There's hope. Oh, okay. There's hope here. It says waiting, expecting, and manifesting. Something about someone's childhood. Maybe you know this person from your childhood. Because I just envision, what is this, a dandelion, where you blow it and then the little things just fly everywhere. And it's almost like a bit of, I'm seeing innocence twice. Like something about your energy, is very pure, very playful, and it gave a little bit of too good to be true, you know. So it's like this person was trying to either feel something out or trying to connect dots to see if what you were saying was matching with who you truly are at your core. And I feel like although it may have seemed like avoidance or resistance or possibly lying, I mean, it could have came off as someone lying or deceptive. Maybe that's the word, deceptive. It wasn't because they didn't want to open up. It was more so them trying to see if what they were seeing was real. Because there's a lot of innocence here. Like I said, you either know this person from your childhood, or you bring some sort of like playful, fun, childlike energy, or that's what you bring to the table, and that's something that this person has never experienced, right? So it's almost like they were trying to do their own acquiring. I just heard acquiring knowledge, like their own research, to see what this was, to analyze it, I guess. For some of you, this person could also be I don't want to use the word avoidant, although that's how I feel like it's coming off, right? I feel like they used work or responsibilities to delay, or okay, I'll stick with delay. I just heard it's like it would create distance. For some of you, this person can work at a distance, or there's like a long distance. Is that what I want to say? Yeah, somebody could work at a distance. So maybe another reason why there could have been a lot of miscommunication here, or not being able to get on the same page, or it just felt like there was some sort of cycles. I also feel like somebody could be a workaholic, because it says deadly hustle, surviving hamster wheel. So it's like someone used money as a distraction, right? As like not wanting to face, or not wanting to, or maybe they were just really busy, so made it difficult for them to show up in a way that you wanted them to, right? It's like they were more so focused on their money, their finances, and their security, rather than opening up to a relationship. And it may have come off as careless, or I feel like somebody could have it feels like somebody could have said or done something that they regret, right? They could have created distance. They could have said certain things that they wish they could take back, or maybe you collective, they feel like you said some things that now you wish you could take back. But there's a bit of, how can I put it? There's a desire to clear things up now that there's it's like it feels very refreshing, although there were cycles being repeated. I feel like between you and this person, it just feels like there's a bit of refreshing energy entering into this connection. Once there's like something, it clears up. I don't know if you guys end up having some sort of conversation, there's some sort of communication, there's some sort of compromise here that I feel helps things like move forward, right? concealing secrets, mystery, and hiding, and then roaming wild, free-spirited, risk, and possibilities. So it's like someone was holding back the fact that they wanted to take a risk, or that they seen the possibilities, or they see how this could, you know, potentially grow into something bigger, because they see that you're someone that's loyal, someone that's trustworthy, someone that they can rely on. But I do feel like at some point, collective, you set some sort of boundaries, or you drew the lines or to something, right? Like you can't use, there was a bit of, I feel the resistance 100%. So either there was a conversation that needed to happen between you and this person that helped or helps the connection move forward, because I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like someone's starting to see the possibilities of a situation, and instead of hiding and holding back and not speaking up about the emotions, the feelings, the hopes, the expectations, or something about the future here as well. It's like someone tried to not, it's like they were so focused on what was in front of them, and most of that was for distraction, right? Because you were also in front of them, but it was almost like you came with a mystery, right? There was a bit of a mystery to you, and it was, a lot of people, a lot of us get nervous or scared or feel a bit anxious when we step into the unknown. And for this person, it was almost like, okay, how am I supposed to take a risk towards something that I've never even knew existed, right? So it was almost like they needed to collect their data. They needed to see how certain things moved, how certain things aligned with you guys, you know, if you guys could even come together, you know, like how would you guys make certain things work? It was like this person had to look at things from all perspectives. That's what it feels like, before they felt like they could take a risk towards something. For some of you, you're dealing with a particular individual who was very free-spirited, roaming wild, they like to not be attached to people, places, or things, because they like to come and go however they feel like it. For some of you, they do, like you are dealing with someone that consistently maybe travels for work, and building long-term connections or relationships was something that was either too burdensome for this person, like they felt like it would hold them back, or it just required more effort, possibly more effort than they were willing to give at some particular moment, which is why I feel like time was needed. Like there were certain things that needed to be revealed about you, about this person, about this relationship or this connection that y'all share. And I don't know, it just feels like in the next 48, your person starts to realize, like, or I don't even want to say realize, which I am kind of seeing an awakening. The awakening card in my third eye from this deck, it just did not pop out. They just knew that this connection with you was way more complex, right? It wasn't just going to be like a walk in the park for some, a walk in the park. For some of you, that's something that y'all do, like y'all would like to go on walks, or maybe that's something that helps clear up the energy bits, because there's misunderstanding here in one way, shape, or form. Like there's a bit of misunderstanding, but maybe someone's going out on a walk. But they just knew that this was going to take a bit more effort, right? This was something that was going to shake up their foundation, the tower. This was something that was going to, like, they were going to have to possibly live a little bit different, especially if they were used to roaming wild, going and coming whenever they felt like it. Felt, you know, this is like someone not wanting to feel like they have to answer to anyone, right? Maybe there was someone, maybe they've dealt with people who, I don't know, needed reassurance, or always needing to be, I don't know, in this person's face. I'm getting a bit of codependency or attachment here. Like, I don't know. This person didn't like to be in one place for too long. but dealing with you, it's like something changed, or something, a perspective shifted, right? There was a perspective that shifted. I'm also seeing a lot of air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm picking up on those boundaries. So for some of you, I just feels like you are very dedicated, you are very focused, you're self-disciplined, but you're also someone that can show a very nurturing and caring, like has a very nurturing and caring side, right? It's almost like you can go from the sweetest person ever, the most loving, you know, the most cuddly, affectionate, but the moment that you feel like you're being played with, or the moment that you feel like you're being misunderstood, or you're not being heard, or you're not being put as a priority, because the Queen of Swords, or because I kept seeing the Queen of Swords, so I'll go with that energy for now. They're very direct. They know what they want. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you're not showing up with that same type of energy, it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna draw, you know, they're gonna draw the line. They're gonna set boundaries, and they're gonna stick to them. There is no, like, I don't know. It's like you showed this person your very warm side, but you also showed them the cold side. So they've been able to experience, if you guys have been on this cycle, right? They've been able to experience for some of you, it could be a Gemini. Both sides of you. The cold and the nurturing side. The loving side, which I don't think your cold side is not that you don't love someone. It's just that if you're getting my cold shoulders because you got me to this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they pushed a certain limit for sure. They pushed the limit. Here's the conversation. Exactly. 8 of Wands. So there is some sort of conversation or some sort of communication that you guys have in the next 48 hours that does allow things to move forward. But it also, like I said, it clears up. So it does allow you to move forward. But I think it's more so, I feel like it teaches both of y'all your form of communication, like how one communicates is very different than how the other person expresses themselves. So it's like there's something here where you both open up in your own ways, but it allows you to pretty much reveal to each other how y'all communicate, how y'all express, how y'all better understand. Like, it's a compromise. Like, you guys meet in the middle so that both of you feel heard and understood. Okay, the King of Swords. I saw the Queen of Swords, but here's the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I told y'all. King of Swords can also come off as very cold, distant, but also very disciplined, focused, goal-oriented. So again, it's almost like y'all both were so much in this, maybe both of y'all have had your guard up. So it was like you guys needed to both understand that y'all were speaking the same language. Y'all were just going about it in a way where maybe your past experiences were influencing your current situation. What about this King of Swords? And I feel like you're realizing that your innocence, your support, your, like, you showing up wholeheartedly, like your true nature, it's like it's almost helped this person see that you are someone that they can trust and rely on, right? But you can also, I'm getting a bit of what's the word, shape-shifting. Like, you can be the sweetest thing ever, but you can also cut the shit out of somebody. I'll cut you. And that reminds me of Dang, what was that video? I can't remember that comedian girl. It's so old. Never mind. I don't know what made me think of that. So a lot of past memories could be coming up for sure. I've been channeling so many like old memories from my childhood lately. So there could be even childhood inner child wounds or like I said, something that could have been in the childhood, in each other's childhood, that made y'all grow up in a way where you had to have this cold exterior to protect yourself. Even though there's this cuddly, loving, nurturing fur ball inside of the both of y'all, right? Yeah, you both have that unconditional love, but it does feel like maybe that unconditional love was taken advantage of by certain friends, family members, or past romantic relationships. And I feel like something about y'all coming together, it's like you both bring this sense of hope where both of y'all understand, how can I put it? Oh, what's the words that I want to use? It's like you guys are both learning to put all the burdens and the baggage down, because you're realizing that both of you are here, like you're showing up unconditionally. You're both, receptive and open and willing to be both vulnerable, but it's almost like you guys had to believe that about each other. Does that make sense? I don't know if you both felt like I don't know if you felt like your person was keeping certain things away from you, and maybe and vice versa. Your person felt like you were keeping certain things away from them. And you possibly were. That's the thing. It's like you possibly were, but that's because you guys were doing it out of, protection, or not wanting to give into a situation that wasn't worthy of receiving that pure, innocent love, right? But I feel like you guys are learning how to work together. Or there's like a missing piece of the puzzle after this conversation happens. Exactly, with the Ten of Pentacles, that allows y'all to move into a more like a solidified, I don't know if I want to say commitment, although the Ten of Pentacles does talk about long-term investment. This could even be marriage. This could be family. For some of you, like I said, something about childhood. I heard divorce, because the Ten of Pentacles almost came out in the reverse. So I'm hearing divorce, or somebody could have experienced a traumatizing event during their early years, their childhood years, when it came to their guardians, their parents, a marriage. So if it was in that way, right, where it's like, it's not that this person didn't know how to be vulnerable, it's just that from a very young age, this person either had to protect themselves, or they had to learn how to emotionally protect themselves, because there was something that either, again, traumatized them, or it changed them forever. It's almost like that somebody could have even lost hope on marriages or relationships or partnerships. Something about children is very significant. Very. What else? The next 48. Okay, cards don't want to pop out, but they want to slide. What else in the next 48 for the collective? What is, look, yes, Six of Cups. You see the childhood, the inner, it's like you guys bring when y'all come together, it's like y'all have so much fun, right? It's like you light up that inner child in each other. It's fun, it's joking, it's giggling, it's laughing, it's joy, I'm seeing the sun in my third eye. That's happiness, that's success. It's just pure, natural energy, right? Like I just heard natural light. But something about that kind of scared your person. It's almost like, is that even real? Like, does that even exist? Does that, because of how they were conditioned since childhood, right? Like what they were exposed to or what they grew up around, it wasn't the norm. You're not the norm or something like that. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. But again, the Ace of Swords talks about clarity, authenticity, truth, honesty. And I feel like this is exactly how you showed up, collective. And it's exactly what this person was looking for, because that's how they're showing up. But it's like, once you start to deal with, or once you're, if you've been dealing with liars or people who are deceptive or people who have a hard time being honest or people who have a hard time speaking up about their emotions, it's almost like you grow up thinking that that's either the norm, or you grow up protecting yourself from people like that, so then protection, knowledge is protection, or you can protect yourself better once what you're dealing with. And I feel like this person was just waiting, or it just feels like they needed the time to see that what you were saying was matching what you were doing, connecting the dots, making it make sense. Like they wanted it for something to make sense, to match, I guess, to see if you were really the real deal. But again, exactly, it's like you're that missing piece of the puzzle, or now there's like that missing piece of the puzzle, and in the next 48 hours, this conversation that you guys have now allows y'all to work together to save up. I don't know why I'm getting like save up together with this Ace of Pentacles. Something about work is very significant, or money or career here. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, this person has built a life of luxury. Like their money could be they could be very well off, which is possibly another reason why they like to protect themselves and protect what they've built, but protect their empire, protect their money, their assets. They don't want to just work with anyone that's going to, pull away from what they've already built. They want to make sure that they're building with someone who's actually going to add to the jar and not just take. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everyone brings their own piece, then we can build something bigger and better. So they wanted to see, I just heard liability. They wanted to make sure that you weren't a liability collective or something like that. Because something about money is definitely very significant here. I'm getting Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And then I also feel like someone needed to learn how to balance work life with personal life. Like they were so used to it. It almost feels like they were so used to roaming wild, roaming free, and it's like they had some sort of, or they have some sort of job or career or business that takes a lot of their time and their attention, and they intentionally did it this way. They intentionally set up so where they were consistently working, so they wouldn't have to worry about love or worry about relationships or worry about connections or commitment, right? It was like, well, if I'm busy working, then I don't have time for any of the other stuff. Look at this. Queen of Swords is right there. You guys, I'm telling you, it's like y'all were showing up the exact same way, but it's like you guys were both, and you guys are holding the same, like the sword the same way. Y'all see, you're both holding the sword exactly the same way in front of your chest. So it's not like, and you see they're both very serious. So both of you, it's like you both were very hard to read. Like maybe you and your person can easily read other people, right? The King and Queen of Swords, y'all are very, like this energy can be very stoic, right? You don't react, you don't say much, but when you do, it's because you have the facts. Like you have all the facts, and when you deliver the message or when you speak up, I'm getting like you don't say much, but when you do, it matters, right? It holds weight. I'm getting respect here for some reason. A lot of respect coming off of like these two energies. But like you both show up with very like straight face, like very you don't wear your emotions on your face. For some reason I'm picking up something about the face. Both of you could be very good looking, or like the cut of someone's like facial features or something like that are very I just heard sharp, or I don't know. I'm just looking at her, like her face. I don't know. I don't know why I said sharp. Like very, I don't know how to explain it. um, Side note. Okay, let me just get a couple more and then we'll see what guidance will comes out. What is this concealing though? I am kind of wondering why concealing is here. Okay, 7 of Wands. So that's that protection again. And the 4 of Pentacles. So holding back or restricting something, or trying to control something. The 7 of Wands talks about protection and can be a bit defensive. So somebody could have shown up a bit defensive, or like they were trying to hide something. But this really feels like I'm hearing self-preservation. The 7 of Wands could also be like energetically protecting. Like the way this is coming through, this 7 of Wands, it just also feels like instead of reacting or instead of acting on situations, instead of this person coming to communicate or express how they feel, they would kind of like retrieve or withdraw and spend time alone to process the emotions and the feelings and the possibilities and the things that could potentially be hiding. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they would just retrieve or pull away to process the knowledge, or to process what they were seeing or hearing or feeling. And maybe this came off as them keeping secrets, right? That's how you were perceiving it. But this is how they would process. And this is possibly how you also handle it, right? Like you possibly pulled away too when things would get too, I just heard it's just fishy. Like things would get too fishy. Somebody could be fishing, or Pisces energy could be significant. It just feels like you both would do the same thing to protect yourselves, and it would make it seem like, or things would appear as if someone was like guarding themselves, or which I think you both were, to be honest. It does feel like you both were guarding yourselves. I think once things would get quiet between the two of you, that those were the times that you would process the emotions, the feelings, like the conversations that y'all did have, and then you would revisit the connection a bit more or a bit less guarded, right? More open-hearted. But I feel like this took time. Like I feel like it went a few cycles where finally, you know, someone felt like they could let their guard down or open their heart or be more vulnerable. Yeah, the Star. Someone, more Aquarian energies, like someone wants to heal the connection, or they see the hope, or they see the hope. They see I just heard renewed hope. It's like they feel like they've done the healing themselves. So like you both have done some healing here, inner healing. So there's like this realization, or I want to say a realization or awakening, right? Where you both realize that you've been wanting the same thing, looking for the same thing, It's just that along the process, or along the cycles, right? There were certain things that you guys were learning about each other and about yourself, right? About your individual self. And it's almost like you both were learning some lessons. And those lessons kind of renewed the hope and faith in love, and especially in unconditional love. Because people, I feel like that word gets thrown around a lot, right? But unconditional love comes with a sense, with some, how can I put it? It comes with grace. It comes with patience, kindness. And I feel like this person needed to see that that this was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to I will say it can be hard to practice unconditional love, or to come across it, you know? Because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of us, I will say, I'll include myself, because I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I feel like a lot of us experience conditional love. And it's not until we learn how to unconditionally love ourselves as individuals that we learn how to unconditionally love others. And I feel like you both have been pushed to learn lessons on how to love yourself unconditionally before y'all can truly, or you could truly come together, or truly understand each other. Let me put it like that. It's like you had to understand your own personal truth, or learn your own authentic truth, before you can expect it from someone else, or something like that. I don't know if I'm even explaining that right, but that's how I'm getting it. And I feel like whatever this conversation is that you guys have will clear out a lot of that mystery, that the unknowns, right? And it will clear that fear, that anxiety, or, you know, that could have been lingering from not knowing. And I don't know if I said something about temperance, but here it is. Something about Sagittarius or Sagittarian season could be significant. Somebody could be Hawaiian. I think I said something about Hawaii, didn't I? Maybe some of you could be taking a vacation, or going there on a vacation. Or you could be from there. You can live there. Like, for some of you, you'd like to dance. You're a dancer. I'm getting tribe, like something like tribal, or a tribe. Like very indigenous. Is that what I want to say? I don't know why I'm getting all of that from that card, but I usually don't get that deep into it. But I did say something about water, so Cancer, Pisces is here as well. A lot of emotions coming up, or y'all talking about emotions that I feel like, look, Knight of Cups brings y'all together, or brings y'all closer. Let me say it like that. That brings y'all even closer. Because I do feel like this is an actual journey. I feel like your person is seeing this as a journey, not like a destination where it's like, okay, we're here now. You know what I'm saying? Now we're together. Oh, we're married now. Now we're married. Like, we're doing, you know, now we have to do this. Now we have to do it. It's more so like, y'all's relationship really feels very, I want to say triggering, because I know it is definitely triggering you, collective, to heal certain parts of yourself, as well as this person that you're connecting with. But I feel like this relationship, it feels like a very, very spiritual, like spiritual connection, very past life, very, very, like, I've been here before, but because it feels so familiar, even though I don't really, like, feel like I've known you, like, I physically don't know everything about you, but I somehow emotionally feel like I'm safe with you. But I need for these feelings to match with with the physical world. I don't know if somebody's very practical, very down, like there could be an earth sign, Aries, Leo, excuse me. Why did I say Aries? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Although Aries could be here too. Somebody could be very practical, very like matter of fact, I guess. Do things a certain way, you know, like very strict. I'm getting a bit of strict energy here, and you might be the same way too, collective. So it's almost like you guys are coming into each other's lives to kind of like break that, the strictness, the doing things a certain way all the time, because of that's all you've known, right? Because of, especially for protection. I heard self-preservation again. It's like you guys are both learning that you can trust on each other, that you can trust in each other, and that you both are reliable, and you both are looking for the same things, but the past experiences, past traumas, past disappointments are being healed through. And I feel like this journey that you both have decided to take, it feels like a very much so past life contract. And here we are in this lifetime, and you and this person are together again. And it just feels like in this lifetime, y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out because you learn how to flow together. You learn how to communicate better. You learn that there is this journey, and you're learning to not set a certain expectation, but you are also, I feel like you both are learning that direction, I guess, doesn't necessarily mean expectation. It just means, how can I put it? How am I wanting to like put this? It's just, it feels like because someone was so used to moving on their own, like doing things, coming and going when they felt like it, it just feels like a partnership, again, it felt very restricting. And I think what is happening here is that you're both learning to allow each other to that freedom to be yourself, to move about the world as your own authentic individual self, but also understanding that you have this very, I just heard sacred, very special bond with a particular person, with this particular person. And the journey is a hard one, or it's been one, but it's also like, again, you guys coming together, you guys are realizing that together the lessons are better than apart. I don't know if that makes sense, but again, here we are. Life lessons are better together than apart. Although you guys were both teaching each other certain lessons, I feel like now you're past the part where you're like, okay, I feel like we've learned lessons together. We've got over those like hurdles. I feel like now we can finish the race together rather than being on opposite teams. I don't know if I'm explaining that how I want it to come out. Okay. I think that's all I have for the next 48 collective. I mean, yeah. I think that's all I have. Any advice for my collective when it comes to this energy in the next 48? Any advice? Oh, gosh. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. There's the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy I was picking up on. Judgment. So, okay, this is death and rebirth energy alike. This is, you know, putting something, an old way of doing, being, thinking, breathing, eating, I don't know. And finally calling, you know, judgment on it. And coming out on the other side as, it feels very renewed, very refreshed, very, I just heard directional. Like there's a direction here now, right? Like now it feels like you guys are working on something together. And although it may move slow, because the Knight of Pentacles is here, although it may move slow, it just feels like there's still work, right? Like we're still working, we're still doing something. It's still very trustworthy, very. The Knight of Wands talks about someone that's very trustworthy, very loyal. They can be cautious and guarded, but again, they do it because when they make an offer or when they're ready to, something about a marathon could be significant, because I think I said something about running at the beginning of the reading. Triathlon, because the bike is here. Somebody could be thinking about doing a triathlon. I don't know. It just feels like with this Knight of Pentacles, someone likes to take their time, right? They like to move a little slow. But that's because, again, I was saying they are, whenever they make an offer, they want to make sure it's a solid one, right? Like where they're putting their money or their investment or their time, their effort, their attention, they want to make sure that it's going somewhere where it's not going to go to waste. Especially if it's something that they've built for so long, right? Something that they've been pouring into. Seven of Pentacles lets me know that this is someone that this is someone that when they invest, they're going to invest for the long term. And because they're wanting to invest, they want to make sure that they got the ins and outs of it. Like, I'm not going to go place a bet on something just because that's a favorite team. No, I want to go place a bet because I see that they're worth it. I see that they put in the work. I see that they are also, something that I know that they are like they're worth investing in, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I think that, yeah. So for your guidance and advice, collective, there's a need for you to, I don't know, continue investing in yourself, pouring into yourself. Whatever it is that you got going on is the same. It's exactly what attracts your person towards you, that you're also very cautious, that you're also someone that's very trustworthy and loyal. And they see this because of what you have going on, because of what you've invested in, because they see that you've invested time and effort into healing yourself, but also on what you've built, like what you're building, like your money, your security, your finances. They see that you're someone that likes to take their time with certain things, but you're also very consistent, very dedicated, very much so. Like, I know, like, you're someone that knows that something can take time, right? Like a good investment is going to take time, but you're going to keep showing up to water that seed day after day, night after night. And I feel like this is something that you guys are both realizing about each other. Like, you guys are seeing that you are, I like this Queen of Pentacles. It's like they are seeing that they can have, I don't know, I lost that train of thought. Maybe I had to go because I got something else with this world energy, but okay, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Maybe this is you, collective. Maybe you're just like, you know what? Let's let it go. Let go of the past. Let's start fresh. It feels very refreshing for sure. After this conversation or this, whatever this communication is between you and your person, that allows for you guys to finally like settle it, right? Let's settle this once and for all. What do you want? This is what I want. This is how it looks like for me. How does it look like for you? Okay, cool. That works for me. Hope that, it works for you. Let's get to it. Let's keep building. Let's keep investing. Let's keep showing up. I just heard time is money. Okay, so for some of you, y'all are very particular with where you put your time and effort and attention into. So I feel like now that you both have like this understanding of like the direction that you guys are headed in, it's almost like you both can lock in to, I don't know, so somebody's working on something here. Maybe businesses can be very significant. Like somebody could own a business or have a business here. Somebody could work with their hands as well. But whatever it is, it requires a lot of attention and effort. So it could have gotten to a point where you and your person were consistently like in, defensive mode, right? assuming, or I kind of wanted to say arguing as well, or repeating certain cycles, because there was a piece of the puzzle that was missing. And I feel like that piece is a conversation that clears up, that brings clarity, an honest, truthful conversation that comes from I just heard from the heart, a conversation that comes from the heart. Oh, that's a good conversation. All right, y'all. That's all I have for the next 48. Let me know in the comments how this message resonates. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. And again, thank y'all so much for the support, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.